So this guy, I haven't showed you this in a while. I didn't have the camera, and then Josh's son got born, and you know, I got a little busy and didn't have the camera. So basically, I got a little ways since you last saw this, but so I glassed in a couple of nuts to bolt the pump in, and then these holes where I drilled out the old bosses, filled those in. It's got a little layer of glass on top, so that's basically done. Just gonna sand the edges, slap a mat on there, and then I don't know, I was thinking about doing the kind of footholds where you just cut it out and jam them in the side. And I got a lot done since you last saw in here. So this is just like kind of just shaped up with Bondo and a couple of layers of glass, and I got a few layers kind of just globbed in, and then I took some white paint and mixed it with the epoxy and used it to kind of fill and do the rest of it. It's not perfect at all, but it's good enough for me. And so, yeah, next step, I'm going to kind of epoxy this side of where the nut inserts are, make sure they're in there reasonably strong, and then that should be basically it for all the glass work that has to do with the pump. This is the regular steering plate out of this thing. It's got riveted ends for the handlebars, and so I was thinking that I was gonna make another steering plate for this with regular handlebars, but then I was like, no, it's gotta have them angled for clearance, so I can't just do it out of a flat piece of plate. And I was like, well, really all I want is some handlebars with a little less sweep to them. So what am I gonna do? Found these things, and they have this nice mark on them here for where the clamp was. I'm just gonna chop them off there and put them like that in the slots, and then bolt them in. Do a little bit nicer job with that, and then done. Easy, because I'm doing everything easy on here. Okay guys, I got one side done. So I chopped the handlebar in half like this. I had to grind the end a little bit, and so now I got some epoxy in here, and we got it kind of taped up, and so yeah, I got it in the position. It's just got to dry, and then I'm gonna tap the hole and put a couple of bolts in there, and then it won't ever get loose, hopefully ever. The old stock grips somehow came off of the handlebar, so I just stuck them on here with the little epoxy that seeped out the end. So yeah, I don't know, it just seems like it's working out to do everything on this build the easiest possible way. And so yeah, the handlebar thing, it seems like it's going to be pretty good. Check it out. We got these epoxied in there, and I got these nice screws anchoring them in. This thing, probably not perfectly straight, but I don't think I'll really notice while riding if it's not perfect. But, if the angle's a little weird, I can just adjust it so it's as straight as it can be, as comfortable as it can be. But yeah, I think it'll be pretty good. I did test fit a triple into this thing, and I know all you guys will be like, oh my gosh, they put a triple in, and it did fit reasonably good. I know y'all wanted to see this, so here you go. That's what one of those looks like. That's a 900. I'm not putting this in here. I know you guys want me to, but listen, I want the videos to be like, I want there to be abundance of videos because it works. You know what I mean? Like, not because it's a sensational idea with crazy fabrication and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean, boys? I'll show you a little bit of the logistics. So like, if you guys want to try doing this, you can look at this, and maybe you can do a triple swap 300. for the internet. This is the top pipe. So, you know, the top piece fits in there. And that's not the problem, but bottom piece, you gotta figure it sticks out pretty far, and so I could cut in right here and blister it a little bit like what the C-Rat has, and I could get this thing to fit in there, and it would maybe fit as, you know, I think it probably would fit just as good as it does in the C-Rat, but I'm not doing this, so you guys can look. This is for you. This is bonus for you guys. Here's the thing. I need you to go buy some vintage jet ski stuff with our promo code JetSki Brothers, okay? Here's why. We want it to seem like people go and buy that vintage jet ski stuff because we tell them to, because of JetSki Brothers. We don't want it to seem like people watch JetSki Brothers only because they're already at vintagejetski.com. So that's the thing. We want to seem like we have the special thing, you know. And vintage jet ski, that's cool. It's cool and all, but we want to feel like we got the special thing. Like you went over there because you knew about us. This is where that big flat piece is. So, and then this is all just like Bondo and filler and fabric layers, cloth layers, built up to get the shape reasonably good. And then I finally, at the end, this is all epoxy mixed with a little bit of paint, and yeah, this just kind of globbed on there. And so for this area where the pump seals in here, it's just going to be a buttload of silicone holding it in. It'll suck to take out, but once it's in there, it should be in there pretty good, and I don't think there'll be any issues with that. I'm gonna have to make a custom pump shoe still, and then right now I'm just these are washers that I'm kind of epoxying in place so that I can just plop the pump on here and it'll be right at the angle where I want it, and then it should just bolt right up. All right, so we have a nice blustery day today, and I'm not going to film much, but I'll at least show you this. So this is what the bulkhead looks like, and this is just a piece of material that I hole sawed. It's going to go like that. I'm going to put a bunch of filler and junk around there. Then I got these little inserts, and then this guy is going to go on there. Boom. This is that panel pasted in there, and all these little inserts I'm gonna epoxy into there, and then it is gonna go like that. And then after it's all done, I'll probably put a couple of pieces of fabric over it and paint it, and nobody will ever know the difference. All I gotta do left on that is sand in the fabric. I'll probably slap a layer of resin on there and paint it, and that will be done. But also, look at what we got here, huh? Doing some footholds. Here's a little review of this vise. I bought a new vise the other day, and it's not very good. This was like the blue $30-ish vise. It's like a 5-inch. I'm gonna say only do it if you're gonna be putting like cubes of butter in your vise. That's what I say. It's okay if you're only doing weak stuff, but I broke it. Cutting first, measuring later. So let's see. That looks kind of like, I don't know where we're going in. I'm gonna hog some material out of there. I gotta tell you, these are really hard to get off, and I don't think I've ever taken them off. I didn't want to break it. I cut in, I found something. What did I find? Probably the license tag. I don't know. But yeah, so cut into the tube with this guy. I gotta take the sand pad, goes through this foam crap. Great. So I gotta say, this is oddly fulfilling. Just grinding away that foam and it goes away like butter. Way better than like fiberglass and waiting for it to dry. I think I got what I kind of want. You see, I chopped the top off of this guy, and I think I'm gonna position it something like that. And then if I can just roll something over there, then it won't interfere with that. But yeah, so these are a little hokey. These are like somebody's homemade footholds. They're the smallest ones I could find. They're the cheapest ones I could find. I think these were like 40 bucks or something. And I was like, I don't want anything too nice because I might have to hack up the top. Usually people make these with like super jets in mind. And so this is, you know, maybe it's a little cramped for that area. But like, say if you wanted to put it on a 750, you got 100 million feet of room. So I would say that if you're doing like a nicer, like not one of these, and like a Superjet or a 750 or something, probably the footholds from Vintage JetSki would be a little nicer. And I looked at those and they just seemed like they were going to be way big, and I didn't know if they're going to work. Probably gonna have to hack whatever I put in here up anyway. And you can see I will be doing that. I'll have to fill this top part in, but that's what it's shaping up like. And I guess the idea is I'll get this thing on here, open up this guy, and then spray some expanding foam in there to fill it all up. Then you just jam the cap back on and it's done. All right, guys, you just gotta. Oh yeah, guys, I just want you to see how this cuts like butter. Foam crap. Oh. Great. But there's a big stupid plastic tube in there. Then you switch to the other disc and cut it out. But it just feels great to just cut it up, just destroy it. The sides in. Obviously, the second side, if anybody does this, is going to turn out better. Because the first one you don't know what you're doing a little bit more. But so I jammed a little bit of plastic bag in there, and I'm gonna just slap some Bondo glass on the seams so that when I put resin and glass this stuff over, I'm not just having all of the liquid just go into oblivion. So I'm gonna put some of that on there right now. My little plastic bag's keeping that glob on top of there, but this just gives me something. I can go back in here with a flapper wheel and smooth it out, and then I got my shape pretty well laid out. Probably, you know, might touch it up with a little bit more filler type stuff, and then I'll just go to it and cover it up with some of the, you know, the thing. So pretty cool. This is actually kind of easier than I really thought. Too far to go ride. Hello, YouTube. We're back. Today we're going to the
How
ocean.
nasty this is. We're going to the ocean. That's true.
We're gonna go look at some surf. We're gonna look at it.
It's winter is coming. The floods are here. We're gonna show you what the beach looks like right now.
I can tell you
This is our storage situation.
Boots. I got my JetSki Brothers boots on.
Tide is quite high.
I tell you, these look like backflip waves.
Those look pretty good.
Yeah.
You got boots? Yeah.
I got boots. All right, boys. This is as close to the ocean as it gets around here. And yeah, I don't know how well this shows, but get a little closer. Ah! I got a little water in my boot. Good. Okay, so I've seen waves a hair taller than this, but I would think that you could do a backflip if you got the right ski trim set up off of waves like these. They're a bit closer together than ocean waves as far as I can tell, but you can see they really are just slamming into shore. Even these giant logs that just get battered around. So yeah, we can't really get a ski out for you either, but this is as flooded as it gets as well. So yeah, you can tell us what you think if this actually makes it onto the internet. But yeah, that's about it. Surf time with the JetSki brothers. I wish. It'd be cool. But also, yeah, I don't know.